Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Niall Campbell. You're watching Meet the People. I'm your host, and I'm here with Cyrene Tankard.
Hey.
Cyrene, what show do you star on?
I'm in a show called Thicker Than Water. It's on the Bravo TV network.
And you guys are getting into your, third season?
We finished our third season. Our fourth season should potentially be airing next year.
What's it like being on a reality show?
What's it like being on a reality show? Okay. It has its perks. This is what I tell everyone. It has its perks, but it also can be very annoying because I'm somewhat of a private person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like sometimes it's like people really think that they know you. Like they really think that I'm the youngest on the show, so like everyone's like, oh, baby girl, da 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 da. The show started when I was 16.
Okay.
So it's like people see me in that 16-year-old light still. So it's kind of like when I do things a little edgier or they see that I'm growing up, they're like, how do you do that? Why would you? I'm like, well, one, you're not my mom, and two, I'm kind of grown now.
Yeah.
So it can be annoying, but it's also super cool because you get to go to award shows and get your makeup done and meet all kinds of crazy, awesome people. So.
Okay, so how did your family get picked for this show?
So my dad is ex-NBA, and he's also kind of the father of gospel jazz, and then my mom is just like a serial entrepreneur. She does all kinds of businesses, financial services, and then they are a blended family. I'm the only child that my mom physically had, and then my dad had 4 other kids already. So it just kind of, my dad used to put these videos of us together on like YouTube of like us doing like little fashion shows, or my sister danced, my brother played piano and ran track, my other brother was a missionary. So like, all these different dynamics, and they just, kind of got it on camera. My sister put together a reel, sent it to a production company. They liked us, they came, they filmed for us, and next thing, 3 seasons later.
Have you ever had anything on the show where you're just like, dang, I really don't want that to air?
Definitely.
What do you do about that?
It's kind of one of those things. During my third season, I opened up about being violated, and that's something that I really didn't want to, volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's kind of like, I've been given this opportunity to share, to help heal, to help, maybe help somebody feel a little bit more comfortable with where they are in life. I have the opportunity to really potentially help these people, and it's bigger than me. Once you understand it's bigger than you, it's kind of like...
Okay, so, you're not just a reality star.
Right.
You're a person behind that,
I'm
right?
a person.
You go to Howard University.
I do go to
You're
Howard.
a PR major. How do you remove yourself, Howard Hand, how do you remove yourself from the Cyrene that's on TV and the Cyrene that's just a girl in school?
Very good question. So I really try and separate the two.
Okay.
When I come to school, that's what I'm here to do. When I come to school, like, I've had a few people ask for pictures or, ask me certain questions or whatever. And that's cool. But it's like, my main focus right now is I'm just like you. Like, I'm here to learn. I'm here to become better. I'm here to get sharper. Learn about where I'm from. Thank you, Dr. Carr. Learn about everything. So it's just like, I'm just like you. When I go off and I go out of town or do my TV stuff or whatever, that's a different mode,
Yeah.
That's a different mentality that you kind of have to have. And I feel like that's not the same mentality that you would have as a student, your daily student. It's just not. So just knowing how to separate the two, I treat myself as a business. When I'm at school, I'm at school. When I'm working, that's when I'm working.
Okay. All right, so like I said earlier, you're a PR major.
Yes.
What exactly do you want to do with PR?
So the cool thing about PR is that it is a really vast major. So like there's a lot that can go into, a lot of different fields that you can get into. Right now I'm currently working in production and casting. And that's been really cool. Before that, I was working as a PA, very humbling job.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, as an intern at the front desk at the production company.
That's humbling.
Yeah, very humbling.
Yeah.
All of these things are very humbling. I'm just now like seeing like a little bit of a check, so it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I can go.
I can go do this.
Yeah.
But and then I've been able to go to a lot of different like networking events, concerts, festivals. So I've been able to just really like open my network up on another level, be connected to some very people in some very high places, some powerful people. And with that, I've been thinking about maybe I want to start in my own agency. Maybe I want to, start getting into music management, go into talent relations. I'm just, I'm kind of feeling it out just like the rest of us. I definitely know what direction I want to go in, but I don't want to limit myself to one career because I think I'll have multiple careers.
So you definitely want to stay in entertainment?
Definitely. Everything that I do will probably be mostly in entertainment or some way connect, with that core of entertainment.
And now let's talk about your modeling, because it seems like on Instagram, we follow each other on Instagram. Her Instagram is popping, so if you don't follow her, you should. And you do a lot of different modeling. So what is that like?
So it's cool. It's really funny because it's usually super lax. Usually, I'll reach out or somebody will reach out to me and they'll be like, hey, like I like your page or I like your style. If I send you these pieces, how do you feel about, modeling for this? Or sometimes it'll be different photographers that want to set up a shoot. Like I got to do this super dope shoot in New York with a stylist named Jocelyn. She's like a stylist for VH1 and MTV. The photographer shoots for like Angela Yee and like a lot of different like poppin' bloggers. Yeah. And then just the makeup and hair are like the people who did a lot of stuff for like New York Fashion Week, and they're just awesome. Great team. One of my favorite photo shoots I'd ever done. But it's just kind of like, oh, you want to work? Let's work. So it's kind of one of those situations right there. There are times when it's like, I'm gonna book you for the shoot, but I don't really want to be like that model where I'm like walking down the runway. Or it's more just like fun, like seeing what we can come up with the vibe and the look. And like I've gotten to even kind of help out with other photo shoots and like direct other models and kind of say, okay, like let's see what the vision is for this shoot and how we can maybe push it to the next level. So that's fun too.
So like a lot of girls, when it comes to, I guess, modeling, when it comes to like just looks in general, how do you get that confidence? How do you not get mad when people comments on your pictures and like say mean things to you? How do you get over that? Like, what do you do?
It's back to kind of looking at myself as a business. You see a Yelp review, you're gonna have 10 amazing ones and 3 terrible ones. And we tend to focus so strongly on the 3 bad ones that we miss out on the 10 amazing ones.
So, what's going on with you singing? Are you still doing it?
So I'll do it for fun,
Okay.
Like I was at my friend's house. She happens to have a studio in Atlanta, and like she was like, "Sai," kind of like you, like, "Sai, come on, like you should just do it." It was like 4 a.m. We're like, "Okay, let's go do it." So we went down and like we like released like a little jungle cover on SoundCloud, and people like really responded pretty well to it. Like I actually had some pretty big heads kind of like say, "Hey, I peeped," and I was like, "Whoa, like okay, this was
chilling."
Yeah, we're just chilling. We're having fun. But it was cool. And then I've been working on some other stuff with Matt, who actually goes to Howard too.
Emacs, right?
Emacs, yeah. Emacs, yeah. And so we have something coming out soon. I'm excited for people to hear that. That was a fun project.
The issues with freshman year. Can you talk to the viewers about that? How you got over it? Because I can't say the word.
Yeah. So I think this is very important to be open about because I know I'm not the only person struggling with it. So before I got to Howard, actually, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. Ulcerative colitis is basically a disease of the intestine. So what I learned was that I'm basically gluten intolerant, and gluten is basically bread, wheat, pasta, cake, all of that good stuff.
All the good food.
Everything that you want to eat, can't eat it. So I'm like, all right, like whatever. But of course, me being me, I'm thinking I'm invincible. I can do anything. I can eat anything as long as I, catch up to it before it catches me. Unfortunately, ulcerative colitis is a very sneaky disease. So while I was sneaking pizza on those late night study nights when we were all on the 4th floor in HSL studying, everybody else was straight, but I was getting sicker and sicker. So I got sick to a point where I had to withdraw from school. Basically, I was losing 30 to 40 pounds. I'm kind of a big boned girl. I need to be around 145, 150. I got down to like 115. I was like in and out of the hospital, extremely fatigued. Niall actually saw me. It was getting bad. Luckily, I learned a lot. Got myself my first job when I went home. I didn't stop. It was depressing, but I didn't stop. I kept going. I kept reading. I kept doing everything that I could to make sure that when I got back to Howard, I could perform. And so finished up my sophomore year last year. It was great. I definitely ate healthy. I got my own I canceled that food plan because that meal plan, because let me tell you, that cab is not good for the kids. So I got myself like a little gluten-free private chef that delivered weekly meals, and I just really stayed on top of myself when it came to eating. Oh, and I stopped drinking alcohol. Liquor is so bad for people with ulcerative colitis. Like, it is awful. So if I do decide to indulge, I'll have like some wine or some champagne. So it's like I'm not even bougie on purpose.
Yeah, it's just like
I
I'm
have a
trying to help
5-star
myself
stomach,
out. Yeah.
like.
Okay, so on a more like lighter note.
Yeah, on a more lighter note.
Cyrene, you've met a lot of famous people, right?
Yeah.
But Cyrene's picture basically went viral because she met Yeezy, right?
It kind of did.
But the thing, she met Yeezy, and what was Yeezy doing in the picture?
He was smiling.
Yeezy was smiling, and Cyrene, what was your face, bruh?
I was chilling.
She was chilling next to Yeezy. Yeezy was smiling, and she was just chilling. So what was Yeezy like? For those that don't know, Kanye West.
First of all, I have to shout out my boy Alaska, because he's actually on tour with them right now, doing like PR and all that good stuff for a lot of those people on that tour, which is really dope.
Yeah.
Really proud of my brother.
Howard.
For that. Yeah, Howard going crazy. But no, we were all just like chilling in the back. Then I hear like Kanye's voice, and I'm like, oh shoot, like. They ended up saying like, oh, if you want to take a picture with Kanye, you know, start the line here, blase, blase. I didn't really get to talk to him. It was a very quick situation because, I mean, we all know how Kanye is. But he was smiling. So I figured it must be, you know, it must be giving off some kind of positivity. Yeah, good vibes. So, you know, very thankful for that experience. And I'll be more excited when I get invited over for lunch, dinner. And cloth talk.
That's nice.
One moves. I'm helping design Yeezy season 5, so that's exciting.
You heard it here first. All right, so before we close out, I just want to ask you, what's next? What is next for Cyrene?
What's next? So this next weekend, I'm actually going to Houston, Texas, to talk in a conference about like survivors and healing and all that good stuff. So I'm pretty excited to like share my story and meet other people who have similar stories and talk about, you know, how they've gotten over it and inspire and help other people heal. So that's like really what it's all about. Like I really feel like my purpose here on this earth is like to help other people. Like everything that happens to me is not for me. Every gift I have is not for me. It's for other people. It's to share that love, that positive light. I would just say like this is definitely a time like when you can feel lost and you can feel like you don't really know what your next step is. But I'd say like really, like I said earlier, really invest in yourself. Really, you know, pick up those books. A lot of books help me. There's a few books called Mindset that I would definitely refer. I feel like I need to kind of just give you the list. Yeah. But like, there's a lot of things you can do. Like, there's things for me, like I said earlier, yoga really helped me. Just about like centering and like calming myself, because through these times, like anxiety attacks are real. Like they're very real, and it's not fun. You know, and calling a friend doesn't always work. You know, sometimes you really have to. You're like stuck dealing with that. For me, I am a spiritual person, so I pray. I pray to Jesus. You know, pray to whoever it is that helps you. Go on a walk, do different things that help to kind of stimulate different thoughts, happier thoughts. What is it that makes you happy? Do that more.
All right, well, thank you so much, Cyrene, for coming
Thank
out.
you for having me.
I really appreciate it. Yeah, so this has been Meet the People, and y'all just met Cyrene Tankard. Thank you for watching.
Hey everybody, my name is Cyrene Tankard. I am here today with Meet the People. To keep up with me, follow me at Cyrene Levette on Instagram and Twitter. And any updates from there, you know, I'll let you guys know.